What's going on, guys? I'm Tommy, and I'm coming at you with another review today. I'm going to be reviewing the Hot Toys Captain Enoch from Ahsoka. I knew I was done for as soon as the Hot Toys Grand Admiral Thrawn came out from the series, and I knew that I was going to want all of his elite forces from Peridia, and Captain Enoch, right from the moment I saw him on screen on my very first watch of the Ahsoka series, I knew I was going to end up with almost every version of this guy in figure form, and that goes for Hot Toys as well. Such a cool and awesome design, such a standout, especially for the Imperial designs. I really love everything aesthetically about this character, and his badass voice in the show just tops it all off for me. This is one of the best examples of the rule of cool when it comes to Star Wars collecting. Obviously, I picked this figure up through pre-order from Sideshow. That is the website I go to for pretty much all my Hot Toys as far as like new releases go and current releases. He shipped and he's here, and I'm excited to get him unboxed today. So taking a look at the packaging, this is your standard packaging for Star Wars Hot Toys. So what you've got here is your glam shot of the product here, which looks great from about the waist up. And this is the pretty much standard packaging style with the black here for the premium products for Star Wars across all different brands. You have your chrome Star Wars logo underneath the glam shot, and then you have your little wraparound banner here showing you a different glam shot of the character, as well as the character's name, his TMS number, which is 120, and then you see down here the character's name again, as well as your Hot Toys logo on the bottom right corner. On this side of the box, you have some more of that wraparound banner showing you again just the character's name and the TMS number, and then on this side here, you have another awesome glam shot of Captain Enoch. On the bottom of the box, you get a Star Wars logo, and on the top of the box, you get another Star Wars logo, and on the back of the box here, it's just your legalese, the stuff that we don't care about because the packaging is just the garbage around the figure. So packaging aside, I say we get Captain Enoch opened so we can check him out. Hot Toys are always such a premium experience when you're opening them. You lift off that lid and you get this really cool insert with a glam shot of the figure, and a lot of times they'll put other Hot Toys in there as well. Here you can see two of the Night Troopers, which I do have a review out for here on the channel. If you go to my Hot Toys reviews playlist on the channel, you'll be able to find that. And again, just this dude looks so badass, and I'm so happy that I already have a Night Trooper in my collection so that I can pair these guys up. Removing the insert, of course, no tape or anything involved, we are now left with the figure in all his glory and his accessories. Let's get him opened and we'll check him out further. All right, guys, here is Enoch out of the box, and I just have to say, I mean, I was itching to open this guy up. I was very antsy to get this guy opened. I got him in the mail a few days ago as of recording this video, and it took a lot of willpower for me because usually with my reviews, I try really hard to not open the figures until I do the review so I can give my raw reactions, and I did pull this guy out of the box. I didn't take all the, the plastic off him and everything, but I came really close because this guy is just so damn cool. So taking a closer look at Enoch here, just looking at all the detail here, I really love the gold. It's nice, it's muted enough so that it's not too reflective for photography or, even on camera right here, but it still gives off the perfect effect, especially considering this guy is CGI in some shots and then in other shots he's in costume. I'm really happy with how he turned out here. I think they nailed the gold. Obviously, it's supposed to be like a Kintsugi-style repair that's done to the damaged Stormtrooper armor. However, Enoch tends to have a lot more of it as compared to your average Night Trooper. One thing I really love here is the unique design of Enoch's helmet. Just the face with the little blacked out eye coverings here, as well as, just the breather area being so prominent on this guy. Just amazing, just amazing. I love the Imperial cogs on the helmet too. These are done so nicely in a nice kind of matte finish red print. And I like how they're all scuffed up, and just the dirtiness of this figure. You can see the back of his helmet is just your standard Imperial Stormtrooper. I want to say the front reminds me more of a Shore Trooper. I'm probably wrong on that, but it's very close to like your Shore Trooper helmet. The more I look at it, that's kind of the vibe that I catch from this. However, you know, the rest of the helmet, you can see the dome piece here, the cutout around the face, is all the Imperial Stormtrooper helmet. And again, you can see all that repair with that dark gray, and again, that Kintsugi style gold all throughout here. All these little ridges, just everything looks so good. And just the grime on this guy. You can tell this guy's kind of rotting from the inside, as we find out with most of our stormtroopers from Ahsoka on Peridia. Now again, we have an undersuit here, so there seems to be a black undersuit, which is it a different layer? Yeah, it's a different layer over this maroon color, or burgundy, I guess I'll call it, undersuit. It feels very thick, almost like a thermal shirt is kind of the effect that I'm getting from this, which is really, really cool. And again, we have just entire pieces of armor that are just completely gold on this figure, and that's what I think I love so much. Again, the unique back of the carapace here, as opposed to your regular Stormtrooper, looks great. Later in the review, I'll obviously show this guy side by side with the Night Trooper, but again, for now, they really did a good job of making Enoch stand out while still making him look like he is a part of this larger unit. Over here, you'll see this entire piece is gold. Again, just an entire piece of armor that has been made gold, and we have that left hand plate there too. He comes with the fisted hands out of the box. However, there are some swappable hand options we'll get into later. The most intricate part of this guy, however, is this skirt piece, which again I think is made to kind of signify that he's the captain, that he's a rank above the rest. All the different colors here and all the different pieces, some of these even having a little bit of wire in them along the edges so that you can make them flow in the wind a little bit and move them around. I love little details like that. All of the, I believe this is probably pleather right here. You can see the Velcro, where you could technically remove the belt, but we're obviously not going to do that for this review. Moving the arm out of the way just a little bit here, you can see our nice little holster here, which has a cutout at the bottom for the barrel of the blaster to poke through. Looks like it's got some good space here, and it's just connected here at the black part of the belt here, which again, lots of layers here, lots of different colors of fabric. That's something I really like about this figure. I could definitely tell that a lot of detail went in here, and you can see down here, again, same color as what we saw as the upper body, so I think this is what the body glove is, the base color of more of a brownish burgundy is what I'm getting here. And again, I really like this detail here on this bottom of this thigh plate for the Stormtrooper armor, that nice gold. It catches the light enough to give that metallic effect, but not too much to where it causes a lot of glare for the camera. I'm really happy about that. Aside from that, it looks like just your usual Stormtrooper armor. You know, we get a little bit more normal down at the bottom here, a little less detail as far as the Kintsugi goes. Regular Stormtrooper boots, obviously, because for the most part, this guy probably was a Stormtrooper or some sort of trooper on the Chimera when it was jettisoned out of the galaxy. But, I mean, aside from that, this guy has some amazing, amazing detail. Of course, let's check out Enoch's articulation now. So what you have at the neck here looks like a barbell jointed neck. So you have a ball joint at the top here and a ball joint at the bottom, and that's going to give you lots of range. Look at all that down you can get, as well as all that up. Very, very nice range there. You can get some really, really nice tilt, as well as your obvious left and right. The shoulders seem to have a kind of ball joint here, so you can actually see he's got a butterfly joint there, which gives you plenty of awesome range. In addition to that butterfly joint, you've also got a lot of movement here, as well as some up, which with the armor, which is Velcro to the bodysuit, so if you hear that ripping, it's just the Velcro. You can get them to about 90 degrees on a hinge, and technically you could swivel the shoulders a full 360 degrees. However, with the bodysuit, it's going to have limitations, so just know that it is doable. It is definitely possible with this figure. However, you would have to remove all the clothing on him to do that. He does feature a ball joint at the midsection here, which is also going to give you some pretty decent range for him having armor all over the place here. He does also have a bicep swivel here, which is great, as well as a technically double jointed elbow here. No pins in it to my knowledge. Gives you some pretty good range past that 90-degree mark. Of course, if you mess around with the armor, move it around, you'll get some more range out of that too. And then he has, because of the removable pins at the wrists, he does have a hinge and swivel, which changes as you spin it around. He does have a ball joint at the hips here, which is going to give you some really, really good range, actually, especially considering all the pieces over top of it. And it is a ratcheted joint. He has a thigh swivel there, as well as a technically double jointed knee, which again, same deal with the armor. here. You can get about 90 degrees without moving the armor around at all, but if you move it around, you get even more. And then, of course, down at the ankles here, he's got kind of like a barbell joint again. There's a joint at the ball there that's a little bit up towards the lower leg, and then one at the foot, giving you all kinds of range of motion. So as far as Hot Toys go, Enoch is definitely a little bit lighter in the world of accessories, but with him being such a minor character, I think they included everything that they could. As with most Hot Toys, Enoch comes with a slew of swappable hands. However, one of them does not come as a pair. It is this open splayed hand. You can make this an open idle hand for just the left hand option. And all you do to swap out the hands here is you just remove one from the wrist peg, and then you will replace it with whatever one you're putting in next. And here we go with this hand here. You can see it's very easy to swap out the hands here and get them in securely. So he's got a nice open idle hand. Enoch also comes with a different version of an open idle hand, that being this pair of hands right here. These do come as a pair. You get your left and your right. However, these ones can also be used as an offhand if you want to hold his blaster in two hands. And here are what those hands look like on the figure. I think those look very nice. And then, of course, you're also going to get a pair of trigger finger hands for this guy. Another great option, especially for a blaster wielding character. I really like the detail on the insides of the gloves here. I think it's really great that they went that far to sculpt all that detail in. And here's Enoch with the trigger finger hands in hand. I really like that they give you the option to make him left-handed or right-handed. I love that Hot Toys gives you that option. Maybe you want him to hold multiple weapons. I like that a lot. Another accessory your Enoch is going to come with is one of my favorite looking blasters in a long time. It looks like a modified SE-14C blaster pistol with an extended barrel and a scope on it. I love the gold accents on this blaster. The rings of gold, the grip being gold, everything about this. I love the scope. Everything about this just looks really, really cool. And it's such a unique blaster design. And it really just adds to, again, the rule of cool that this character is for me. As with most Hot Toys, you do get a pair of swappable wrist pegs. You will be swapping hands out a lot with these figures. And God forbid, maybe your figure takes a shelf dive, or maybe you were just fiddling with the figure a little too roughly. If the wrist peg does snap, Hot Toys comes in clutch and gives you a pair of extra ones. These come with pretty much every Hot Toy I have, I want to say, comes with a pair of these, so it's very, very nice to have a plethora of them if something were to happen. And of course, as with most Star Wars Hot Toys, you're going to get your little display stand with that Venator or Imperial Star Destroyer flooring base, and then you have the nice chrome finish on the plaque for the character's name there. Looks really nice. Again, just standard. Enoch does also come with the crotch grabber stand, so this has a wire piece that can come out completely. You can raise and lower it as you'd like. This is meant to help hold him there. And once you get that connected, this is what that's going to look like there. All right, so now that we've checked out all Enoch's accessories, let's check them out in action. So this is the blaster in hand. Now, when you're attaching an accessory to the figure, I recommend removing the hand that you want to attach it to first, and then wedging your accessory into the hand, just to avoid any frustration of the hand popping off while you're trying to, maybe attach it while the figure is still attached to the hand. The grip on this blaster is very, very snug, and you can see it's actually a little difficult to get this guy to get all of his fingers around the grip of the blaster, but you can get a very secure connection, and you're able to pop that right back onto the figure here. And here we have Enoch in a very basic pose, blaster in hand. This guy looks absolutely amazing. Just again, cool rule of cool for this guy. Such a cool character and a great second in command for Thrawn. Again, another very basic pose, but you can see it's very easy to get this guy into a two-handed blaster holding pose and have him look very natural and very badass. Here I have him posed up, aiming the blaster down the sights. You can see this is actually really easy to do. Again, once you fiddle with the armor on the arms there, you can get a lot of range out of them, and it's very easy to get this guy posed up in a pretty awesome blaster wielding pose. Here's a great little one-legged pose mid-stride for Enoch. I imagine he's getting ready to draw his blaster to take out some Peridian Raiders or something of that nature. Again, just everything I do with this guy. He just looks awesome. And just real quick, I did also want to show that you do have some really nice weapon storage for this guy. We'll just slip the blaster into the holster here. It's going to be a very snug fit in the holster, so it's going to take a little bit of effort, especially with this little piece that does kind of jut out there. It kind of wants to not, follow the rest of the blaster into the holster, but once you move the, pleather over it, it fits really nicely. It's not too snug of a fit like some other recent Hot Toys have had issue with, and it looks really good in the holster. And here we have Enoch next to the Death Trooper, Grand Admiral Thrawn, and the Night Trooper. This is such a great great team to have built in the Hot Toys scale. I'm so happy that I have every single one of these figures. I also have reviews for all the other figures that you see here, and I'm really, really happy that I feel like this set has really just come together, and really, for me, this is going to be a centerpiece of my display. Overall, guys, I'm really, really happy with Captain Enoch. I think he's an awesome figure. Again, I know I've said it a few times in this review, but just the definition of rule of cool. He is so awesome, and I'm so happy to add him to an existing collection that I've been building out for my Hot Toys display. This guy is definitely worth a pickup if you're any fan of Thrawn or the Ahsoka series. I think you'll be really happy with this figure. But with that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did and you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to Blitz Transmissions. I've got awesome Star Wars content coming out all the time. If you're an ARC Trooper, you would have seen this review early. If you'd like access to early content, monthly giveaways, and other awesome benefits, be sure to check out the link to the Patreon in the description below to become an ARC Trooper. If you are a YouTube channel member at the Rancor Battalion, you also would have seen this review early. If you'd like access to all my reviews early, as well as exclusive badges and replies in the comment section, and in addition to that, you can also get to vote on what I review next for the channel. Check out that link in the description below as well. If you'd like some Blitz Transmissions merch, check out the Blitz Transmissions Armory over on Printify. Link to that is in the description below, as well as links to my Discord and all my social media. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll catch you for the next one, and may the Force be with you.
Breaking off. All units, fire at will. Ward 2, pick your targets. Too many, Captain. Watch your stabilizer, Gold 6. Anybody, cover me. I got 2 vultures on my tail. You've got to hold them here. Watch your left. I can't shake them. I'm hit. I'm hit. Where's our reinforcement?